So we'll get into our second chapter called merit plan and process. So what we'll do is here we'll create merit plan and we'll initiate the merit process to few of the employees and see whether these employees will be part of that merit process and all. Okay. Before we create merit process, what we need to have certain eligibility rules and certain compensation plans and all. So we'll create in a while once we talk something about merit plan. Okay, so merit plan generally, they generate changes to an employee base salary. Okay. Make changes to the base salary, and the generally this merit plan can be based on amount based or person based, where the workday the merit plan does not guarantee an employee an increase in compensation. How we know it is configured, it is simply identifying an employee as an eligible participant when the merit process is run actually. And when merit process is actually initiated, the system when you initiate the process, the system evaluates all employees tracked in workday, and any employees with the plan in their compensation will be included in this process. Okay, when you are actually entering this merit plan as an award, the planner actually who is actually performing this activity, who kind of reporting person, the planner can enter a percent increase or amount. This process will be a kind of referred to as consolidated merit process, which you will be performing, because it not only you can initiate the merit process, but you can also include the bonus, stock, promotion, commission, or alliance award in this process. And initiating this separate, you also have an option to initiate this process separately, simultaneously also. So other options you may consider or include when pulling the factors such as employee performance and employee the performance as guidance for the planner, entering the awards for their direct reports actually, who will be performing this activity when they are initiating the merit process. That's how typically handle when you are actually initiating the merit process. So basically merit plan can be amount based or percentage based. Have you created any merit plan so far? No.
Why it takes no? I was saying why it takes a couple of minutes to unmute. So
Oh,
no, I have seen, I have edited, but not created, because merit
okay.
cycles. I mean, since I've joined, there is no merit cycle currently. You
Okay.
create merit plans only when there is a cycle, right?
Okay, yeah. So basically, whenever you're creating a merit plan, the basic setup that you require is you need to have an eligibility rule actually. You need to have eligibility rule which specifies to certain group of people, your merit actually applies when you initiate this one. So you need to have an eligibility rule when you are actually setting up this merit plan. Probably we need to create one or two eligibility rules before we create this one. And also you can define a merit plan profiles that can assign a different percentage or different amount increase to a population of eligible employees as defined by a compensation eligibility rule, where you'll be specifying that this group has to get this kind of compensation plan or kind of increment and all. You'll be specifying that one. So the target percentage that you'll be specifying here is calculated using the employee's total base pay, and you can also select the apply merit increases to the total primary compensation basis for an employee using merit basis, manage basis total actually. So when you're actually configuring merit plan, the minimum the checkbox that to create merit plan and edit merit plan requires is when a plan is subject to the statutory increases, this will enable workers associated with the plan to receive a minimum increase during the merit process. So you can enable an override to the all these are the options what I'm talking about. So you can enable an override option to statutory minimum at the time of merit pool configurations, and which will allow actually entry of an amount less than statutory minimum actually. Allow override will actually enable you to perform some kind of evaluations, and so the kind of options that we have when you're actually configuring a merit plan is the first one is manage basis total. Manage basis total, you'll be selecting this if you wanted to apply merit process to the total primary compensation basis for an employee instead of to the total base pay. Okay. Okay, so that's one option that you'll be having whenever you're creating merit plan, and allow target override is one of the option that you'll be getting. So we'll not be using every option that we have in the configuration part, but everything specific to the organization. But we'll be discussing all the options that are available here. So allow target override will actually permits you the entry of the target percentage of an individual employee assigned to this plan. This makes the individual target field available, for entry on the whenever you're actually performing a request compensation change task, and in compensation assignments for staffing events when you are using this plan actually. So this actually permits the entry of that you'll be actually doing this one, and hide target actually, so which will actually perform a target heights when you're actually doing the merit plan configuration. This is one of the options that you'll be getting, and also target percentage is nothing but um, which will be uh, which will be coming when you select your merit plan based on percentage actually. So generally we'll be selecting this option when you go with when you will not be going with amount based plan. One thing which you'll be getting whenever you select percentage based plan, and reference currency is nothing but um, which you'll be getting whenever you select a single currency. Reference currency you'll be getting, and reference frequency whenever you wanted to have something related to the percentage plans, workday whenever this workday wanted to use this frequency to calculate the actual cost of the bonus, or minus of any currency fluctuations and all, you'll be actually selecting this one. So reference currency, you'll be actually giving the single currency when you have. So all these, these are the options when you have when you'll be creating a merit plan. Okay, so these are the mostly used options, whenever you are actually using uh, this the merit plan. But we'll have few more options, probably we'll see whenever we are creating this merit plan. But before that, I think let's get into the tenant and try to create merit plan and see if, how we can initiate the merit process and all. Before that, we need to have as a prerequisite, we need to have some eligibility rules for taking this merit process to intended team members. I'll do stop proxy. I'll create one or two eligibility rules which I can use in this merit plan. I know I've created earlier, but don't remember who are all the intended team members. Organization. Organization and superior organization, organization hierarchies and subordinates, organization compensation. So I've taken one of the eligibility rule that I can use in merit plan when I'm creating. So people who under this organization will be getting the compensation merit plan when I initiate this one. Okay. So now let's create a merit plan. So generally we have a task called create merit plan. So as I said, we'll be having both amount based and percentage based plan. I'll be selecting percentage based plan, and whatever options that I was talking about, you'll be seeing all those things here. Okay, so all those options you'll be seeing here. I'll be just naming it as. So I just given for specific supervisor organization I wanted to initiate the merit process. So I just given supervisor organization based, and target percentage I'll select it to, and all these options I said, right. So whatever I was explaining here, manage basis total will be based on the employees primary compensation, and allow to target override, which allows you to make any kind of override to the kind of percentage that you'll be defining. All these based on your kind of requirement that you'll be having, you'll be selecting this one. And so eligibility rule, I'll be specifying whatever I've created here. Suppose your organization one I've created, right. I'll be selecting this one so that this merit plan, whatever I'm specifying, will be applicable for this supervisor organization. I'll take whatever I've created here. Create eligibility rule for organization. So once I have the merit plan created, the next process is, once you have the merit plan created, you need to roll out the compensation process. Actually, you need to actually initiate the merit plan and roll out this compensation plan to the merit process. Okay, now in order to just to talk a little about rollout merit plan,